Hi everyone, this is Hedgehogs and Mia. Welcome to this video. I'm here with one of my very first Sonic the Hedgehog plushies. This is the very first Sonic that I got online. I think I got him in October. It's a while now he's with me. I just love him so much, you have no idea. He's adorable and I think he looks quite much like a very athletic version of the character. He has an upper quill coming really high, which is just so cute, and he has stuffed ears. I definitely recommend this plush. If you still have the opportunity to get him, go get him if you like Sonic, because he's incredibly cuddly, and I think his eyes look like, yeah, they are a bit like shining emeralds. They're just so pretty. Also his muzzle here, I don't really like the shiny material they made his markings out of, but still, it's quite okay. It's a very nice plush. I don't really know where those guys were available. I got mine off eBay in a used condition, and he was kind of affordable because of that reason. I don't really know if he was available in Target or Walmart. You can always let me know. I think he was available in 2014, if I'm right. At least that's what it says on his tag. Anyway, I just can't say enough how much I love him so much. But it's just that I barely hold him these days. I think he's kind of smelly, smells a bit like dust, and I never washed him, and I've been using a few times, and apparently he got a bit stiff and hard on his head, and also on his butt, because he has been, hauled by his butt, I think. And yeah, for some reason, you can actually see that his fur is a bit used there. So actually you see me coming. Bath time. I actually hope that a bath might just make him a bit softer and make him smell a bit better. So I hope this is gonna be okay. I know that on this plush the stitching might be a little weakness, so if you drag this guy around, just mind the stitching. I have been sewing him here, and also he has like, it's just that I grab him by the neck a lot of time like this. I drag him around like this, and sometimes you just feel the stitching. Yeah, it's okay, you know, it's not breaking, but I can feel the stitching might get worn out like this. So what you can do about this is put a little scarf on your plush. Make your plush wear something around its neck. And like this, maybe, the neck will be more protected. I did the same with my Kermit the Frog plush, which had his head going like pfft. And because of that reason, actually, I made something to sustain his neck with. Now I'm gonna put Sonic into the water. Also because, as you can see, I know there's a bit of shadow here, but there you go. He has like dirty hands. Also the little bands on his shoes got a bit dirty. Actually, he was entirely clean when I got him. I just made him dirty myself. And then also his socks were kind of dirty. And I'm gonna, grab my chance and, clean those as well. Also his eyes here. But I've been sleeping with this guy a bit, and that is why he can use a little bath. So I'm just gonna put him in there. There you go. I don't really know if he's gonna be much softer after this. But actually, his yellow parts don't really need much of a cleaning, but as you can see, his hands here really can. His socks really can. I think if you treat this plush well, it's gonna be okay. But like this, he will have a nice smell. I'm just gonna push his head down the water. It's a bit hard, I know. Don't like to abuse animals like this, but but like this, yeah. Maybe I can just remove all the dust and all the dirt of him. Also, he will smell good afterwards. Maybe he will get softer, and like this, I will probably end up holding him more. I have been cleaning Shadow a bit, and he ended up being almost entirely wet. I didn't make a video of that because actually I wasn't going to wash him entirely. But there, I'm rubbing his hand, and as you can see, there's already a result, but I really need my both hands for this. You can just, this kind of felt stuff really gets clean as soon as you rub it a bit. And in just, warm water. He has like a black SpongeBob nose. I don't really know if this plush was very successful when it came out. I have no idea. I think it came out in the US and it was never sold in Europe. But it's probably because Sega has more success in the US compared with here. Here people are more fan of Nintendo. And so we end up with a lot of Super Mario, but we actually barely have Sonic. Gonna turn him around and see. There you go, see his eye. So that looks much better now. And now you actually have another spectrum of colors over him. Now you can actually see that he turned out a bit darker. His eyes turned darker. He looks more classic because he almost has like black eyes. Just amazing. And also his blue turned out. Now I can see it, but in the camera, through the camera it's hard to see. I know. He looks really adorable. There's a bigger contrast between the colors of his fur, I'm gonna say. And his quills. He kind of has large back quills, as you can see, and a rather small tail. I think they could have done a better job on the tail, though. The shape of it, but the size is okay. There you go. See, there's a big difference already. And the water got kind of dirty as well. Now I'm gonna just rub him with 2 hands and see how he gets clean. Now you can actually see that this bathtub is really suitable for plush this size. Now what I'm gonna do next is just squeeze all the soap out of him. I didn't leave him long in the water. It's just that there's still a bunch of soap inside of him, which I would like to come out. And then I'm gonna take him out of the bathtub and rub him in a clean and dry towel. Hey buddy, look how clean you are now. And actually I prefer using this kind of thing for my plush because I do have pretty large plush. Just remember, like Kylo also could fit in there. And like this you can actually, it gives an impression that you can just wash your plush in a more human way instead of just putting them into a small bucket or something. Like this is like a real creature lying in his bath. But also you can actually have a general view on every part of your plush just to see if it reacts well to the water. And if you notice that your plush changes color or loses some color in its water, just remove it from the water right away. Just take it out of the water and don't wash it anymore like this. I don't really know if there's another way to wash it. I always do it like this. But as you can see, this plush doesn't lose any color. So I believe it's quite good quality material. But it's true, I had a brown Saint Bernard dog when I was small and it turned all blue because we washed it. And its nose and ears were fading, I'm gonna say. And the color was actually spread all over the plush. And I had the same problem with the nose of my bold plush. So I just interrupted the bath time right away because it was too dangerous to keep him in there. Now just mind the stuffing when you wash your plush like this. Make sure not to squeeze too much on the same place. Apparently all the soap is a bit gone now. Apparently he didn't really have much soap in him. There you go. Now what I'm gonna do is just pull out Sonic. Now I'm gonna do it with one hand. But if you have such a heavy plush, you better do it with both. Because the plush is at least 2 or 3 times as heavy as it used to be. And for the stitching, it's not a good thing. Maybe the stitch ring can just break or something. Don't believe this is gonna happen now. Look how heavy it is. so funny. Now I'm gonna just pick up the bathtub and just pour the water out of sight. And now that my bathtub is soap free, yeah, what I actually do mostly before actually taking all the soap out is just, yeah, cleaning my bathtub to make sure there's no soap left in there. Now, of course, the plush is soaking wet, and I would like to get rid of all the water that's inside of him. So you can actually just squeeze him everywhere, make the water come out. And later, when he's gonna be less heavy, I can put him in a towel. And now all the water just gets held by the bathtub, like this. I'm squeezing all these squills now. But it's okay, the stuffing can take this. Now, of course, if you ever stuff your plush with real sheep wool, I wouldn't actually recommend bathing them like this, because wool holds water so well. That is why sheep drow so easily. They get drowned because their wool holds on to water and makes them super heavy, and like this the sheep can't swim. Sonic, stay here. Here, there you go. And as you can see, there's quite much water inside of him, so. And wool takes very long to dry up. So if you ever have plush with wool, there you go. That's a bit better. All this water. I'm just gonna get rid of all this. I'm glad my bathtub comes in useful. Now, here is our lucky boy. So the towel will do the rest. It will just absorb all the water that's left in him. Just don't leave him in there for too long, or you're gonna get a horrible smell in him. But as we can see, the towel is actually already absorbing a bunch of water. And actually, I think I'm gonna take him outside to make him dry up in the sun, because it's such pretty weather and it's quite hot outside, so I'm pretty sure this is gonna come in handy for drying up Sonic. Just gonna carry him with both hands. Apparently his stitching is still quite sturdy. There you go, and actually it comes in really helpful to absorb like this all his wet parts. There you go. And here we are, outside. Now, I think I'll just make a little place for Sonic. So, there's actually no need for a towel anymore, because it's just, yeah, almost dry. It's just a bit moist, but not too much sun. And then you can just have a seat and dry up. There you go. Yeah, I know the upper quill makes actually sure he barely can sit, but there you go, like this. And then he can just dry up. Maybe I just put his hands next to his body.